Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing another best of 3 Innistrad Midnight Hunt draft. As per usual, I think for my 5th or 6th time I've opened Tainted Adversary. I have no idea how I've opened this mythic so many times. It's also Morbid Opportunist in here. Honestly, there's a pretty good argument that Morbid Opportunist might just be better than Adversary. Both are going to put you in black, and whoever I pass to is going to take the other one, so... And there's Defenestrate in here. Everyone's going to be in black, but everyone wants to be in black anyway. Honestly, there is a pretty good argument to just take the Opportunist over the Adversary. I might just do it. Like, this is cool. It's cheap. It's Death Touch. It spits out dudes. It's really good. This just, you kill things and you draw cards. And you just keep drawing cards. Yeah, I'm going to go with my gut and say Opportunist is possibly just better than the Adversary. As crazy as that is. All right, best card in this pack. Let's see, probably the Slash. There's Ghoulish Procession, Liberator, which is good. Mob for black-white sack value deck. There's Elementalist, which is good. I like the BMF. But we'll take the Slash. Take the best card for now. Ooh, well, I love Dreadhound. There's also Diagraph Horde in here. Man, there's some goodies, but Dreadhound, baby. Yeah, I love this card. It's so good. Dreadhound is so strong. So many boards are just... they can't do anything. Your opponent... There are so many boards where you have this out and your opponent cannot do anything. They cannot make blocks because they'll lose. They can't take the damage because they'll lose. Such a strong card. Well worth the 6 mana. And very, very strong. I like Siege Zombie, obviously Diagraph Horde too. But Dreadhound is far and away the strongest card in that pack, so we'll take it. Okay, pack one, pick one here. Pretty easy foul play, I would think. There's Rite of Oblivion in here too, which is pretty slick with Morbid Opportunist. Granted, it exiles, but you have to sack in order to cast it, so you still get the value out of it if you sack a creature. It took me the longest time to realize you can sack non-land permanents to Rite of Oblivion, which does make it quite a bit better, but we'll still take the foul play just because this is kill spell plus eventually draw a card, which is just insanely good. So, especially with... Can you imagine having an Opportunist out and foul playing something? It's too much card draw. It's just too much. So we'll take foul play for now. Great removal. Stays on color with our 2 strongest cards. I don't think I think I have 0 regrets taking Opportunist over the Adversary, other than the fact that, like I said, that pack just puts whoever we're passing to in black. Like, no choice. Whether you're passing an Opportunist or an Adversary, they're gonna want to be in black. Okay, strongest card here. I guess Burn the Accursed. Probably. In black, we have Outlaw and Blade Brand. Technically, if we do end up black-red, those are the vampire colors. But you don't have to play vampires just because you're in those colors. And Burn the Accursed is phenomenal, so... well worth the 5 mana. Exile a creature. Can deal with a lot of werewolves, even when they're flipped. And 2 damage to the player. It's got just enough, and it's instant speed. It's just got enough perks to it where it's well worth the 5 mana. Okay, here the strongest card is probably Revenge of the Drowned. Could take the Duress now. I mean, I'd like to be in black, and Duress is a solid sideboard card. This is the reason why I love Best of 3 a lot more than Best of 1, is that you get to make actual decisions. Like, if this were Best of 1, you just look at this pack and go, okay, Revenge of the Drowned, I'll take a removal because Duress is meaningless. But Duress actually has purpose now in Best of 3, so I'm going to take it. Cut black from the pack, because I mean, at this point, we probably want to be black, given that we've got 3 tremendously strong black cards. So Duress is, at the very least, going to be a valuable sideboard option for us. Okay, here, I'd probably just take the Shady Traveler. It's a great card. We have good instant speed removal, so flipping Traveler and leaving up removal is very good. And I would rather play black than red. I mean, chances are we'll probably play both because we have 2 solid red cards too. There is an Elementalist in here as well, which would be additional value for our removal spells. But Shady Traveler is a good win con. It's a werewolf. The black werewolves are valuable for stuff like Slash, but Liliana's Midnight Ambush, being able to flip and have a 2-mana kill anything spell is very good. Plus, I think in a vacuum, Traveler is just better than Elementalist, although it is close. I guess it depends on the deck. All right, here the strongest card is Dawnhart Mentor. For us, we want the Cut Purse just because it's a strong black card. Whoever we're passing to is probably upset that we're cutting all these black cards, but that's the way we're going to be competing for black. Our black is way too good to not be competing for it. So we'll take the Cut Purse and be happy about that. Okay, here, probably take the Immolation. I guess it is another removal spell. Otherwise, I could take the Infiltrator. But, I mean, Immolation's going to be great with Opportunist. Kill something, draw a card for 1 mana. Pretty valuable. These are also valuable. I don't really love Outlaw that much, and we're certainly not vampires. Could have just taken the black card for the heck of it, but I'm okay taking Immolation here. We're up to what? 1, 2, 3, 4 removal spells already, and they're all pretty good. Can take the Stinger here. There's Behemoth. Behemoth has some synergy with Opportunist if you play it for 5. Stinger just lets you hit, but I think the main purpose of Stinger is to, from the way I understand it, Stinger is to set up your value, basically set up your value vampires. All right, Elementalist, we're going to take it here. Perforator is probably at its worst in a non-vampire deck. Even though we're in the right color scheme for it, I think we're going to be happy enough being a non-vampire. I don't think we're going to play Perforator. I guess I'll take Blood Pact. In a non-vampire build, black-red, I don't think Perforator is good. Even at its best, it's been pretty lackluster for me. Bladebrand is just fine, though. There's certainly times where Bladebrand is good. So we only have 6 creatures, but this has been a great pack one for us. So Sludge Monster. Well, this is a good opportunity to take the Scoundrel, which is a card I like quite a bit. Guess we only have 1 4-drop. That's cool. There's also Famished Forager, which is a great card, but I'm going to go with the Scoundrel. I always pass this card. I finally get a chance to take it. I'm going to. It's a good threat. There's no red in here I want other than the Forager. And there's no black in here I want. I guess I would take the Whisperer, but I like Scoundrel more. So we'll take that. Good creature. Ooh, I love Alchemist. This isn't necessarily the best Alchemist deck, but it's cheap, it can block, and pinging your opponent each turn, being able to block, we probably have more than enough instant sorcery already to make it decent. So we'll take it. It's a 2-drop. It's an uncommon. It's a cool effect. You can certainly kill opponents with it. Here's a pretty easy Purifying Dragon. Great card. Take it over the Siege Zombie and the Ruffian. Guess we're getting a little top heavy, but if I were to cut one of my 5-drops, I guess it'd probably be the Behemoth if I have to. I mean, I want some more early plays, but I'm pretty happy with what we've got for now. We don't really have a lot of sack fodder for Behemoth. I mean, we basically have no decay for it, so it kind of looks like Behemoth might not work out for this deck. Kind of same with Bladebrand. I think Bladebrand's a fine card in the right deck, but we don't have a lot of goodies for it right now. Well, Digraph Horde is the best. That would be yet another 5-drop, though. Otherwise, we take Blood Thief. It can grow on its own. Digraph Horde is the best. Probably take the Horde. And we're likely going to cut the Behemoth. We'll see. I don't like having all these 5-drops, but that's all right. Take the Pax Betrayal. There's still a chance we end up getting Eaten Alive or Ecstatic Awakener. Well, Interloper we could take, or we can take Evolving Wilds. So I'm actually going to take the Evolving Wilds. We don't look like a beatdown deck. So Interloper not blocking, and we don't have the Vampire. We're a non-vampire deck, so we kind of don't need it. I'll take Elementalist here. So we're kind of looking like more of a mid-range win deck. So I think I'm going to dump the Behemoth. We possibly, as much as I loathe to say it, might end up a 17 land deck here. Ooh, just the thought gives me the heebie-jeebies. I have to play 17 lands. Ugh, gross. If I can cut the curve down in pack 3, we won't have to. So, just praying. Please, please let me cut this curve. Gosh, Outlaw and Perforator, pretty lackluster. I guess we'll take Outlaw. Alchemist is actually pretty slick at turning on the vampire abilities. I really don't like either of those cards, though. Pack 2, it makes sense we're getting cut on good black things because whoever we pass that adversary to is probably forcing black as hard as they possibly can. All right, we'll just take the Perforators. I think there's just no way that it makes the deck. I really don't want the Outlaw to make the deck either. I would prefer to not have so many 5-drops. Vitality is playable, actually, but we'll see. Guess we want more spot removal. Pax Betrayal is likely not going to happen just because we have 0 sack outlets right now. 5 4-drops is too many. Just cut the red card. So pack 3, like I said, we just need to... Another... All right. I think at this point I'm willing to accept that we'll just be a 17 land deck with 2 Dreadhounds in it and be okay with the flood losses when they come. 3 Dreadhounds? Okay, well, now I'm absolutely sure we're playing 17 lands, and I'm still just going to play all the 6 drops. It's been a while, like the song, since we last played 17 lands. But there you have it. This is clearly a 17 land deck. So I need to cut cheaper things from these packs. I need to lower the curve of this deck, regardless of whether we're playing 17 lands or not. We need 2 and 3 drops pretty badly, or more immolations and cheap removal. All right, well, we found it now. So how many werewolves did we get? We have 3 werewolves, because I'm looking at ambush, but Defenestrate probably makes more sense. There is Eaten Alive, but we just don't have the sack fodder for it, and we can't afford to play that as a 5-drop. Brigand is amazing too, but I think it's pretty clearly a Defenestrate to get some spot removal for most things. That's at a reasonable cost and instant speed. I think more often I take Eaten Alive over that, but in this case, all right, we'll take another Shady Traveler. I'm just fine with that. It's a solid 3-drop and lowers the curve still. And Ghoulish Procession would be fine in here, but we need actual, you know, blockers. We need those pesky things called blockers. So we have space for, what, 2 more spells in the deck because we have an Evolving Wilds. And... I don't know if we can afford to play Blood Pact either. Probably take the Infiltrator. Stinger is more of a beatdown card anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, I don't think that we're going to be able to do Blood Pact. I think it's unlikely we'd be able to afford the life there. Ooh, Astronomer is very solid. 2-drop. Great card in a vacuum. Great card for us. And if we're missing on our land drops or we're getting flooded, it's just a nice way to mitigate that problem. So this pack has worked out so far. We have a good amount of cheap stuff now. Need more 2-drops would be preferable, but okay. Well, asking you receive. So we can take Siege Zombie over Blood Thief, Crasher, Ruffian, Perforator. Yeah, that's fine. So this is a deck currently. Just fine. A just fine deck. 17 lands. Three Dreadhounds, which is a lot. Admittedly. But if you can survive to your Dreadhounds, you're looking pretty good. I like Vandal a lot, actually. I'm going to take Vandal here. I mean, we need more 2-drops, but Perforators are just not where... Perforators and Stingers are not what this deck wants to do. This deck wants to survive very badly. I wonder if I can cut some of my top end. Maybe Ruffian or Forager. Could cut an Elementalist, but we have some pretty good things to bring back, don't we? Or do we not? Defenestrate, Slash. Maybe we don't have as much as I thought. There's Pax Betrayal, and I thought we did get a sack outlet. No, we didn't get Eaten Alive, so it doesn't matter. I guess I'll just take another Duress then for sideboard. Hobbling Zombie. Man, have I never been happier to see that card. We're going to cut some of our top end now. So there's a good chance that we don't need the Elementalist. Somehow we ended up with less instant and sorcery speed removal than I realized. Could play the Harrier. We'll see. I think the wisest thing for us to do is cut as much of our mid to late game as we can, because we have Dreadhounds, which are just going to do all sorts of work for us. So we are definitely playing 17 lands. We have 24 creatures, so we can easily cut just like 6 creatures and call it a deck. Let's dump our mid to late. So mid to late includes Elementalist. Currently brings back what? Foul Play, Defenestrate, that's 2, 3 with the Slash, 4. It's not enough where we need it. We can dump them. Probably dump the Foragers. I like having the Werewolves, not because we actually have a lot of synergistic goodies with them, but they're just win cons. They're just strong blockers that buy time to get to Dreadhound, and then they flip and they turn into huge dudes, huge forces to be reckoned with. So top end is probably okay. We can cut a little bit of our mid game, and it might be... I think I like Vandal more than Infiltrator, but Vandal is probably at its best for vampires too, because the 1 damage a turn. I like 2/3s more than 3/2s though. I think regardless we cut one of them, maybe both. For us, I feel like a 2/3 is going to be more valuable than a 3/2, but this can also be a 4/4. That is true. Which one do I like more? Always 2/3 versus 3/2 sometimes. They both do daybound and nightbound things. I think I like the Vandal more than the Infiltrator. That's tough though. Overall, I like the deck. Somehow we ended up removal light. Immolation, Foul Play, Defenestrate. I felt like we were on a roll with removal in the beginning, but all right. Playing 17 lands for the first time in a long time. I anticipate at least 1 flood loss just to punish me for going back to 17 lands, but we do have 3 Dreadhounds, so it would just be crazy, I think, to run 16. But then again, I'm going to get flooded, and then I'm just going to be shaking my head and being like, why did I play 17? Why did I do that? But deck looks very good regardless, so looks fun. Let's run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Okay, round 1, we'll keep. Hand looks good. That was a good draw. Let's see. All right, whatever. We'll kill it. My thinking is, once I play the Diagraph Horde, I wouldn't be able to attack into the Admirer anyway, really, so this is fine. We're not a beatdown deck, but I just don't see a ton of reasons to not kill that and attack here. Could be wrong. We'll find out. I mean, if I don't kill it, I flip it. All right, well, I guess they got us there with the Augur of Autumn, but... Well, the nice thing is the Immolation's going to let us continue to attack with our 2/2s, and then finish the Augur off. Oh, 3-color. Oh, Wrenn and 7, huh? Can I deal with the Planeswalkers? No. Opponents only. So they have a 5/5. A little bit tricky here. So this will attack Wrenn. Guess I'd rather kill the Augur, but maybe we need to kill the 5/5 now that they have Coven. All right. Could leave these back. I'm going to have to trade a Horde plus an Immolation for the 5/5. I guess we'll swing these at Wrenn too. The tricky part. Yeah, I think this is okay. Essentially, I think we're going to end up trading Horde for the 5/5. Which is okay. Not ideal. They're off Coven at least, which is good for now. I milled 3 creatures. Jeez. We have Rummage effects, so I guess I don't have to play the Mountain there. Oh man. Oh, that's cool. I guess best use of mana is the cut purse, so. So, wasn't really that bad. Sure. They don't have Coven either, so that's okay. They're down to 1 card in hand too. That's not the worst. Might as well attack with the veteran, right? Oh, that's weird. Let's see if we can find another Dreadhound here. Got 2 more. Is there any reason to... Yeah, we want to keep our decaying creature around for Dreadhound, I think, at some point. I guess... Well... Nah, well, it's kind of tough. My choice is trade 2 for 4, but that does change the clock, so I guess we don't attack. No attack. That was unexpected. So Duress has some pretty good targets here. Renin 7, Barrage, Fading Hope, Duel for Dominance, Shadow Beast Sighting. I'm willing to bring in some Duresses here. They cast 2 spells, so Astronomer will flip and I'll get to get some cards, which is nice. All right. So 8 mana. Guess we'll get the Cut Purse plus a Traveler here. Sure. So I think we'll double block here. So they burn the Accursed, actually can't get the Amalgam either. Uh-oh. Well, if it was night, I could find a way to kill the Amalgam. But it's not night. I think we actually have to chump here or we just die next turn. All right. That tis that. So they have a good late game plan. Guess we're not technically dead. A little bit late. So, duress seems good. Do I want to do the Blood Pact? They don't seem super beat down, do they? Sort of. Not really. I'm not too intimidated by their cheap stuff. I want to bring in the duresses. I'm pretty sure of that. We could probably cut the Immolation. Yeah, we can cut Immolation. We can cut... Alchemist is less needed here. It's still very good, though. So maybe we cut like a Harrier. Like getting rid of blockers is decent, but like I like having all of our late game. But I could see cutting Harrier over, because I want to keep the Siege Zombie. Should probably have a moderate amount of mid game too. I don't want to cut my Werewolves. They seem important. I guess this is okay. I want to play Blood Pact, but would I run that over a Vandal? I guess I could do that. I think Blood Pact is okay here because, like I said, they're not super beat down, so card advantage kind of makes sense. Could cut the Vandal. I guess I'm all right with that. Could have brought in the Elementalists, I guess. Yeah, maybe that would have been smarter. They seem a little more valuable here. Yeah, we can keep this. Sounds good. Play the Wilds to get our second black, although I don't know if we have any double black spells, but either way, this is probably okay. Get our tap land out of the way now. Well, I'm willing to foul play it for the card draw. If they play the Augur, we get to defenestrate it, so it works out okay. Bird Admirers, not too bad either. We'll just go Ruffian for now. They not have a play? They're gonna just use a bounce? If so, we replay it, yeah. I guess we can do the Horde, because Horde into Dreadhound is pretty good. They have actual stuff we want to eat from their graveyard, but this will have to do. Sure. Oh. Let's see if we can resolve it. Very good. I think we'll hold up on that until we get our second Dreadhound down. Yeah, they're like, okay, that's not happening. I do kind of want to bring in the Elementalists, so I think I will. Question is, what do we cut for those? Guess we could cut the Blood Pact, even though we just brought it in. And one of our 3-drops I can cut. I guess I could cut one of our Travelers. It's Traveler versus Ruffian. Maybe the Ruffian. I like the Ruffian a lot too. But let's have a good... It gives us a good happy medium of like mid to late. An Elementalist, I think, is legitimately going to be important in this match. Because this match strikes me as a little bit of a grinder. So Elementalist being able to get back, defenestrate, foul play, whatever we need. Probably pretty important. Great hand. They wanted us to go first, which actually isn't the worst idea, since this is a bit of a grinder. They know that too. I think it's just, like, games are just so swingy now, regardless of whether you're a late game deck or a early game deck, that it's a real difficult choice either way. I feel like you still want to go first, though. So, I could actually dump Cut Purse. Kind of okay with that, actually. And we'll do the Opportunist. And get in for 2. Sure. So, I want to use the Astronomer. I have to play 2 spells to do that. I guess that's just fine. Let's Duress first. Sighting and Winterthorn Blessing. I guess we'll do the Sighting. They have Augur in there. We'll be able to do that too, so that's no biggie. We'll kill the foul play and draw. Hopefully get a land. Did not, that's all right. We'll attack for 3 and use the Astronomer to dump probably the Traveler. I still want to keep the Horde. Okay, found the land, that's good. So they can play Augur and we can kill it. Rejuvenator's not a huge deal, I think, for now. Let's see. We can actually kill Rejuvenator and just draw. Yeah, because we have burn for Augur anyway. That makes sense. This is just Opportunist cleaning up. I think we'll go Horde here. And we just eat their yard. And that's totally fine. Alright, we're going to kill Augur. We don't get to draw off Burn the Accursed. I don't think that matters. We don't really need to flip Astronomer. So let's just burn Augur now before they get too much value off of it. I suppose we can just attack at least here. I mean, we could attack with everything. I suppose we do anyway, because we're just going to draw off Opportunist. Yeah, we just attack with everything. I don't think it matters. If we play Dreadhound, it's going to be brutal for them anyway. Morbid Opportunist is too good of a card. Way too good. Oof. You just get to draw again. Opportunist is so good. It's so unfair good. So 5 mana. Guess we crack this. Potentially get to play the Ruffian. Yeah, so now we go. Guess we can do Elementalist too for Defenestrate. I suppose that makes sense. Sure. So mean. Might as well just attack. They'll block it, it'll die, they'll lose another life, we'll draw a card. Alright, now they're just in slash range too. Alright, we got there. We'll see for round 2. Alright, round 2, we'll play first. Yeah, it's a good hand. Astronomer can hopefully find us something. We can lose some lands for other things if we have to. Do I ditch 2 lands for Astronomer if it flips? Probably. I mean, we need him for Dreadhound, but I don't know. I don't really want to ditch either of these either. I mean, I need the lands, but it's tough. I feel like I also need to stay busier than nothing for the next 3 turns, you know? Hopefully they don't discard a Spirit. Oops. Alright, well, now I feel a little bit more comfortable getting rid of some land, so I guess we'll get rid of 2 mountains. Okay, that's pretty good. Gives us plays. And it's nighttime now, so that's good too. Can play a 6/5. No white mana from our opponent, I guess that's good. Covert Cutpurse is a good Astronomer ditch. Silversmith. Well, if we draw a land, we get to attack with Smasher, and they probably don't block. And then we could play the Cutpurse. Or the Traveler. Now we just play Traveler and pass. Which is also okay. So if they play 2 spells, we can... This is actually good. Like, our dudes flip back, but we get to use Astronomer. And we'll probably just ditch at least Cutpurse. The other 2 can stay, probably. Okay, Evolving Wilds is just fine. We'll play the Traveler, and we'll pass. So I guess we'll get another red mana? I don't know. I forgot what we have more of. Maybe it doesn't matter. Guess we could play the Cut Purse, but Purifying Dragon seems like the best one to play, especially now that they play the Shield Geist. I mean, Dreadhound would make the best use of mana if we drew a land. Thankfully, we weren't given that choice, so now we just do this, and we're pretty happy. The Shield Geist does have Ward, so I better not forget about that. Well, we can burn that. That actually is gonna... Well, we have to remember, I need the land in order to burn the Cathar, and I guess I can't really let it comfortably flip there either, because it has Ward 1. It's a little trickier. Well, Cut Purse gets eaten by that, but it's the best use of mana. Let's do Cut Purse. Let's just get the big dude out there. So I need the land so I can kill the Cathar to kill the Shield Geist. Well, I guess we probably ditched this. I mean, we need to find the land pretty badly, so... Although our guys flip now, so... I mean, Hobbling Zombie is pretty good, too. Maybe the Zombie's less good than the Ruffian, because the Ruffian... Yeah, I don't know. I had a feeling we were going to find land, so it worked out. Let's play the land. Let's get in with the Geist. Let's pass. And I guess the play is burn the Brute to block the Shield Geist. If they have a counter spell, they get us. But I think this is how we're going to do it. Ooh, they found whatever they were looking for, huh? So we'll go for it. I have to pay an extra mana and 3 life. Well, unfortunately for us, they had the counter spell. It's going to make things trickier. So they don't look hyper aggro either. It makes me want to do maybe the Elementalist again. Oof. That's not good. Oh no. Root's gonna come back and eat our Dreadhound. Well, I think we need to find removal for the Cathar, so we're gonna ditch both cards in our hand. Okay, well that works. They're tapped out. Let's not play around the counter spells. Let's just deal with this threat now. Guess I maybe should have killed the Wrangler first. We'll see. It might not matter. Alright, well that's cool. They can tap our Dreadhound, I guess. That's still okay. Or, I guess Dragon makes sense. So they can get in with the Shield Geist. This is all before attacks, though, so if they tap something, we can still get in. It might not be good for them. We'll see. We're at 7, though, so we're a little bit dangerously low. Let's say I attack with everything, they eat something. They don't quite take enough, so we're going to play it cautiously here. I do think they die next turn. Good chance. We'll see. I guess they just need like a bounce effect, sort of. Still attacking. Okay. Well, they must have something if they're still attacking. Well, or they're gonna lose it to the dragon, so it doesn't matter. It could be the correct answer too here. I might just have to play this cautiously. Let's just do this. Let's just get in with these two. We're gonna do it cautiously here. All right. Got that. It got exiled so they don't get Dreadhounded. They don't have any flyers. We can do the Horde. Get another blocker. And yes, we could have attacked with everything there, but they actually have a lot of 2/3s. Well, yeah, we probably could have killed him, I guess, but actually, is it spells or? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess Scab Wrangler would be the most dangerous thing for them to bring back, but... Oh, they did have something for Dreadhound. Well, that's cool. I'm glad we played it cautiously. They kind of have to attack with everything, so I guess that makes sense. Obviously, you don't block the beggar, so this can block the 3/4. We can block some. You can block a 2/2. You can block a 2/3. You can block. We don't want to die to +3/+3, so I think we'll just block here. And that way, if they have the +3/+3, we just lose 4 instead of 5. This is the most damage prevention. So we don't lose to the, which is good. Wow, got there. Cool. So they're looking, once again, like I said in round 1, they're not aggro. They're more of mid-range value. So for that reason, I kind of like... I don't like Duress as much in here. It is nice for the counter spells, though, especially since Dread... Yeah, that could be. Maybe... Well, Immolation's not needed, so we'll do the Duress there. I kind of want the... I think I want the Elementalists again. What did I do last time for those? I think I got 1 Ruffian... 1 Traveler? No, 1 Vandal, maybe? Two 3s are fine here, though. They can block and exchange and all that. And then, did I want 2 Duress or just 1? Maybe 1 for now. If we see a lot more, because we saw mostly creatures. I definitely like the Elementalists here, though. I think they're going to be... Well, the problem is... No, there's a lot of things we need to kill, though. We need to kill the Wrangler. We need to kill the... Yeah, there's a lot of things we have to kill. So I think it is justifiable to bring in the Elementalists to just buy time to get to our late game. And we don't need the Blood Pact. I'm still on board with the rest. Being able to get rid of Devious Cover-Up is important when you're running 3 Dreadhounds, so... Okay. Harrier, any 2/2's not looking great, with the exception of Siege Zombie, because... And I guess Astronomer, because they have other abilities, but... Harrier is not really looking like something we need. Would I rather do another Duress there, or maybe bring back the Ruffian to have another blocker on the ground that can turn into a win con? That's fine. Maybe we do the Ruffian then. Okay. All right, let's try this. Harrier is a good card. It's not a card I feel like I need in this match. It's not even a particularly good card for our deck. It's just something that's maybe cheap that we can trade. I'm going to maul here. No reason to get... I'm kind of on board with everything here. I don't want to ditch a land. I'm okay with the rest. Would I rather... I could lose Duress here. It's nice to know what you're up against, though. But I think I'm going to lose Duress. That's tough, because it's actually something I can play right away, too. But Ruffian is also important as it buys us time. I don't know. I could really go either way on that, to be honest. Let's do the Traveler, because the Menace. Okay, well, we can still block, so that's cool. Let's do Ruffian here. If we can go to Knight, we can do... Yeah, that's cool. So... They have Devious Cover-Up mana. I'm okay if they cover up that. I mean, that's the least of our problems if they... Oh, well. Flip the switch is good against this, too. Now I'm definitely feeling like if it goes to game 3, we want to do the... we want to do the second duress. Because counter spells are going to be strong against our late game plans. Sure. Okay, well, they don't have counter spell mana up, so that seems okay to me. They played 2 spells. They're going to flip Ruffian, but no problemo there. Didn't get the land. Not the end of the world, though. We can... I guess we'll pass. Flip our dude. Well, they only cast 1 spell so far this turn, so I guess that's good. Oh, burn. That's good, too. Let's just do that now. And then we can even Elementalist or Dreadhound next turn, depending. Okay. Alright, Defenestrate's not doing too much, but Elementalist getting back Burn the Accursed does, so we'll do that. Sure. So they have Devious Cover-Up mana. We have 6 mana. I think we'll go... Best use of mana is... I mean, there's a couple ways to use best use of mana. And if they have Devious Cover-Up, I'd rather get the Dreadhound at some point. So let's just use the best use of mana here, which I think is just kill this. Alright, they don't have the thing, so that's good. And then we'll just do the Cut Purse to get whatever, just get a Cut Purse out there for the heck of it. They didn't have Devious Cover-Up last turn, I should say, because it just flashed right through it unless they, turned off stops, but people typically don't. I don't encounter that too much. Let's just... I mean, best use of mana... Let's just do the Dreadhound then. Get that down for now. Because unless they have an answer for that, they're going to die. Alright. Cool. Got there. We'll see you in round 3. We're on the draw. This is a little awkward, but I'm going to keep it. Basically, because if we don't draw the land for some reason, we can at least flip the Traveler. We did draw the land, which is nice, but then at least we can go Traveler, Ruffian, Ruffian, and have some pretty big threats. Build towards that Dreadhound. Morning patrol, okay. Well, we got a lot of werewolves coming up. That's good. I'll trade my Traveler for a Flare of Faith or whatever. I'm okay with that. Sure. Next turn, best use of mana, I guess, would be Traveler Harrier. Harrier's not looking so good on this board. This might be yet another match where we sideboard out of some of our early game. I wonder if we're playing against the actual Bootsy from Angry Video Game Nerd. That would be cool. I mean, we definitely block. I think they have the Flare of Faith, but we block. I guess if they have the Ritual of Hope, they eat both of our dudes, but it's okay. All right. Let's just do the double play here, because why not? See if they have flipped the switch. I'm okay if they do, because I'd rather this get countered than my Dreadhound. Sure. I think they must have a counter. So we gotta wait for them to tap down so we can cast it, though. Cast that Dreadhound. Yeah, I kind of want to play around the counter spell. I think they have it. I'm pretty confident they do. So we'll just get a bunch of werewolves on board and wait for our opportunity to cast Dreadhound. Oof. Oh boy, I want to. Let's just flip our dudes for now. They get to loot. No, they ditched a land, so it doesn't necessarily. It looked like it was that one, but I don't know how that works because it had stops. Maybe the stops were. Now that I think about it, maybe the stops were due to the Trapper, not due to cards in hand. So maybe they did just have lands. Either way, I mean, I guess. Let's see. I guess they can use Celestis to flip back to day. What do I value more? I guess I value the 6/5 more than the 4/4. Well, all right. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about counter spells. Let's just get some Dreadhounds down and get in there. Uh-oh. We lost our third Dreadhound. Sure. They don't have anything to get back yet. I suppose we still don't play around the counterspell. Although we can wait for them to... Let's see if they tap something. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, at least they're tapped out. Oh, the problem is if I play another Dreadhound now, I lose that Dreadhound. Well, alright. So I guess we're not playing Dreadhound. We're just going to do Hobbling Zombie plus Astronomer here. Just get some more bodies down. Let the bodies hit the floor here. I mean, at least we're not on like a dangerous clock yet. Celestis does keep us off werewolves pretty effectively, though. I guess not if they don't have a spell to play, then it doesn't. I don't want to kill that if they don't have a spell to play, so we'll just take 2. Because then our dudes flip, and then they're in big trouble. The Astronomer we're not going to use, but... Alright. That's cool. So they didn't have a spell to play. They are looting... Does it show me which card they get rid of? I'm kind of curious. It should, right? I mean, if it were real life. So they discarded the... No, that must have been what they drew. Because they would have just played that. Alright. Oh, do they actually... Did they find the counterspell? No. Okay, well, that's fine then. Alright, 3 lands. Well, I didn't need those, so that's all good. We're going to get in here, definitely. And they didn't tap anything. That I'm a little bit more confused about. Oh, maybe it makes more sense now. Jeez, this is a good card to draw. So wait, they did have a spell? So their spell was adversary and they drew the thing from... I see. That makes more sense. So how big is their adversary? I can't see it because the adversary is in the way here. I guess it's 2-1, so it's a 5-4 flyer. It's pretty strong. So we'll kill the Cathar instead of the patrol. Well, it's going to be a tough race unless we can find removal. So I think ultimately... And our guys are phased out until my next turn? Wow. Well, they're going to have pretty gosh darn close to lethal here then, I guess. Nobody anticipates the Mythic Flash phase out 3 things card, do they? Let's see. If I take 5, 8, 9, 11, 13, we die next turn. So I probably prevent the damage here. So then I take 5, 6, 8, 10. So then I don't die from flyers next turn. No, 12. I still don't die out of flyers next turn. So I guess this is okay. Oh, I do die to flyers next turn. Why is math so hard for me? I don't know. I don't know why math's so hard, but it is. Math is just a real tricky thing for your old pal, Alex. How did I end up taking 12? Why did I do math and it was 10? I think I just did the last second morning patrol math and just for some reason didn't factor it into the total. I have no idea why. I noticed it, counted it, but it ultimately didn't mean anything. So, well, I guess keeps me alive. Why are my Tavern Ruffians still phased out? I'm very, very confused now. My Dreadhound came back, but my Ruffians didn't. That seems like a glitch to me. Oh, they are in, but they're out? They're in, but they're out. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Not quite sure how to do this. Let's say they tap, leaves me 2 blockers on the ground. We still wouldn't be dead, so I might as well get in. I'm going to have to do as much damage as I can here. I do not think we have lethal here, but who knows? Maybe if Dreadhound mills 3 creatures, that takes them to 11 if they use Celestis. And then they play, well, if they play the Patrol, so they need to play a land plus Patrol in order to be able to tap with Trapper. But maybe they're not worried about tapping a Trapper, I'm not sure. The phasing symbol still being around Tavern Ruffian is very bizarre. Well, no choice here. They can't tap down. I guess that's good. But we've got to... well, no, that doesn't keep me alive because they have 2 flyers. So we got to go for the Dreadhound play here. Hopefully we mill 3 creatures. Oh, just 1. Well, if we'd milled 3, there's maybe a chance, but no choice now. We got to do it like this. Man, we made it interesting, though. So we'll go to game 2. So once again, going for the long game, which means I think we still want the Elementalists. Yeah. Want those. We can ditch Immolation again. I think we want the Duresses. Taking out Celestis is good. Revenge, Startle. Admittedly, not that many targets, but Celestis is unfortunately good against us with all the werewolves. We probably got a Ruffian again. Maybe 1 Duress is okay, because I don't really like Harrier that much in this match anyway. Is there anything else that's not particularly good? I probably don't. Well, Vandal at least punishes them for Celestis. That's true. I feel like I'm bringing in both the Duresses. I think there's a good chance they have counter spells in there. And we need to resolve these Dreadhounds that they know about. They know we have 3 Dreadhounds because they exiled 1 too. So they know we have the 3. I don't have much I can do against flyers. Defenestrate is certainly worse, but there's still way more than enough good targets, so we're keeping it. I do have to make 1 more cut. It's maybe a Traveler. Not that Traveler's bad. I like the Menace, but 6/5 seems a little bit better. Cut Purse I still want to keep 2, so maybe just 1 Traveler. Okay. Let's try this. We'll play first. Snap Maul. This one will keep. Probably ditch. I guess the Duress again. I keep bringing in Duress and then having to mull and not being able to use it, which is unfortunate, but it just doesn't seem right to keep it with this hand. Because I'd rather have removal or a Diagraph Horde, especially against their Disturb shenanigans. Well, I think I believe I defenestrate the Wrangler. I could do it on their turn. I don't want to have to worry about tricks or bounces or whatever. I'd rather just take care of the threat. Okay, well, I guess I don't really care about the beggar that much. All right. We'll try to cast a Horde here, see if it resolves. Maybe I wanted to wait on it. Oh, sure. That's actually okay. Still feel like there's a pretty good chance they have a counter spell in there. Alright, well at least I have the slash for that. That's not bad. If they tap out, we're definitely slashing the spirit ASAP. So we want to sandbag now because we can cast everything. If I attack with Vandal, they could double block it, but we'd kill their veteran and their survivor. That's pretty good. Feels like a fair trade to me. I mean, it's going to give them a 1/1 flyer, I guess, but I'm okay with it. Keeps him off life gain too, so it's all right. All right. Guess they got us pretty good there. Well, it's going to be tough now. But I guess we're just a Dreadhound top deck away from being just fine. Oh, Duress. Well, now you don't look like a good sideboard. So it looks like we're going to succumb to Flood. Did say in the beginning we were going to give up at least one game to Flood. And we did, but overall I've been pretty happy with the deck. Like, this deck could have very, very easily won this match. This is exactly the kind of match we wanted, where it was like buy time to get to our late game, because our late game is just so phenomenal. But ultimately we couldn't get there. I think we were one creature mill away from winning that last game, right? I think we were. Pretty sure we were. This deck was extremely powerful, though. 3 Dreadhounds are absolutely insane. Like, 3 Dreadhounds are just absolutely insane. Insanely good. I think our weakest matchup would have been aggro. We just lost to mid-range, but we flooded out. Like, there's nothing we can do. And they had the Mythic that, like, you know, phased our dudes out. Like, I loved our deck. I think that very easily could have, and probably would have, won the draft in many, many circumstances. All right, pack one, pick one. Easy Enduring Angel. Great Mythic, very strong, very powerful. Easy pick. All right, pack one, pick one here would be maybe Defend the Celeste. This is a powerful effect. I never played this card, but it's powerful. Great combat trick. Yeah, I guess so. It's an uncommon. You don't see it too much. Corpse Cobble's a fun card. All right, pack one, pick one here. Probably just a Liberator. Cheap werewolf with good upside. All right, pack one, pick one. Yeah, probably just Defenestrate, get the removal. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.